For this video, we're going to show you how Delta Math does substitution on the level 1. And let's see what this looks like. So we can go over here. This is the way these problems are going to be laid out for you, the substitution, solving a system by substitution. Okay, a lot of this is going to be typed out because it's going to be easier for us to see it that way, but sometimes it's harder to sort of see how that works. So I just want to make sure you understand what's happening as we go through. So when we do this, y equals 2x and y equals y equals 7x minus 15. What you want to do with a problem like this is you want to set it up. 2x here is going to substitute in for the y because they're both equal to y. So you're going to start off by writing the equation 2x is equal to 7x minus 15. Now, unfortunately, they don't have a place for you to type this in here. All they care about is the answer. So you're going to have to do this work on another page. I'm just going to show you how it works so we can do this the right way. When we look at this, we got 2x, we got 7x, we got x's on both sides. I want to take this x and cancel it out so it goes over here. So we have all our x's on the left and all our numbers on the right. Now to do that, I'm going to have to do, this is a positive 7x, I'm going to have to do a minus 7x. So I got to do that on both sides of this equation. So when I do that, I'll do a minus 7x here, and I'll do a minus 7x here. Now, the whole purpose of doing that is just to make sure we can see that this will cancel out, and I will be left with x's on the left, numbers on the right. So when we do this, let's see what we have. 2x minus 7x will give me negative 5x on the left-hand side. The 7x and the negative 7x will cancel out and become a zero pair, and I'll be left with a negative 15 on the right-hand side. I got rid of that negative. I wonder what happened there. So negative 15 on that side. Now, I have to cancel out this negative 5 and leave behind the x. It's not hard to do. This is multiplied, so you just do division by that negative 5, and you'll have to do it on both sides. So if I do divided by negative 5 on both sides, then what you're going to get is going to be, well, on the left-hand side, negative 5 divided by 5 will cancel. We'll be left with just an x. And on the right, negative 15 divided by negative 5 is going to give you a positive 3 as an answer for that. So that gives us an opportunity to find out what the first part of our values are. So when we do that, we know that our x value here is going to be a 3. Still got to find that y value though. So what we want to do for that is we want to go and solve this by taking that 3 and plugging it into one of these equations. Now I could plug a 3 into the bottom one or the top one. I always choose the simpler one. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to type it in. We're going to do y is equal to 2. In fact, I should do it. Y is equal to 2 times. Now I'm going to plug that 3 in for where that x is, 3. And guys, you know that when we do something like this, 2 times 3 is going to give you 6 as your final answer. You know how to do the math. So being done with that, I can go down here and say, well, 3 is my x value from what I did here. I plugged it in. 6 is my y value. So I could submit the answer. So when I do something like this, all I got to do is just make sure that I use what I have to solve for the x, plug it back in, get the y, and we should be in good shape. Now we're going to submit our answer and see if they like it. Is that what we want? Yes, it is. Hey, look, I got it right. And they show us the exact same steps that we just did here by subtracting 7, dividing by negative 5, and plugging it back into the 3. So that should be enough for us to go through it. That's the way we do these. They're a little bit more complicated, and you'll have to do that work off on the side, but it is the same work each time. So that is the end of that video.